The magic of using words of encouragement is they always want to be the positive. They always want to make whoever they're with proud of them, but also proud for themselves. So when we do the affirmations, they get that confidence themselves and it expels into the classroom and their learning environments.
I really love seeing how the child's face really lights up when, like, if they discovered something outside or like they dug something up and then they're really happy to show everyone around them. And it just really, you can tell it really makes their day to see that they're noticed and everything that they're doing goes seen.
Magic happens when you tell them that it's okay, you can make it again. The mistakes actually is what helps you learn. So all our children are like, what? Why mistakes? I don't want to make mistakes. I'm like, listen, even our grandparents make mistakes. If we don't make mistakes, we don't learn. So that's part of the encouragement. Let them know that making mistakes is okay. And also, it's okay to fail. What else can we do? Let's try again.
I like to teach this way because as we grow through our curriculum, there's no wrong or right to learning. It's self-paced and led by the kids themselves.
I like to teach the way I do because I believe it's more process-oriented versus product-oriented, allowing the children to really be the makers they are.
So when they're learning it, it's always an open-ended conversation and group work, a collaboration of coming and experimenting and figuring out the right and wrongs and then testing that theory. So there's like, the curriculum is planned out, but it never goes to what the options are endless with them.
I think this way of teaching benefits every single child because it allows the children to be independent, to believe in themselves.
This education is different at this school because the children are learning at what they want to learn. If they want to learn about a robot, they're going to learn about a robot. If they want to learn about an astronaut, they're going to learn about an astronaut.
I've seen children that were very shy when we're asking to make a design of something at the beginning of the school year, and they were very, very shy and wanted a friend to help them, but at the end of the school year, they are artists.
I believe we focus more on allowing the children to kind of problem solve and figure things out on their own, whereas other schools really hone in on worksheets.
The difference with other types of education is ours is learn through play, so even when they're working together or in a different center, they have the little ears that always perk up when they hear something that responds to them and correlates with them. That way they are learning through different activities, but they're also listening to like other collaborations of other groups that we have in the classroom.
And at the end of the day, we're really trying to allow children to be creative and makers on their own.
The curriculum is adaptable. It's simple to read. It has a lot of information, a lot of activities. We teachers that teach children a little older, we're able to implement the same activities, but pump it up a little bit more because the materials are there and the curriculum is based on what we have in our classroom. So it's very adaptable and it's for every single age.
I like that it's pre-planned for the teachers and it really goes in depth with what like benchmarks the child is supposed to be reaching or different milestones. And then if there's something that we're not really looking to do in the curriculum, we can go ahead and change that ourselves.
I like about the curriculum is that we're always evolving. So even when I teach one lesson, they were like, Miss Bernie, can we go back and learn about this? And then that you know that they're actually listening and they're intent and they want to learn more and they're engaged. And I like that our curriculum always allows that option to happen through the different activities. What I like about the team is that we're all here for one another, that I can go to a different teacher like Miss Ashley or Miss Amanda and see what they're doing in their classroom, and they can give me examples of what worked in their classroom to see if I could implement it into my classroom. Instead of always going to admin, I could get somebody that's in the classroom that knows the struggles of it and sees it in their classroom as well, and we can collaborate together and engage into a classroom environment, but also make it a positive one for all of us as well.
I like that there's a lot of room for development and self-growth with each other, and I feel like everyone really has our backs here.
The curriculum is adaptable. It's simple to read. It has a lot of information, a lot of activities. We teachers that teach children a little older, we're able to implement the same activities, but pump it up a little bit more because the materials are there and the curriculum is based on what we have in our classroom. So it's very adaptable and it's for every single age.
I think the staff at Young Innovators Academy is the most amazing. They know every child by name, whether or not they're their teacher. They smile on their face. I've never seen a child walk out of a classroom that isn't happy and smiling and enjoying their day here. I've never come in and seen any chaos. It's just the most amazing daycare I've ever been around.
Not only my son that's here right now, Joseph, not only is he learning academics as a 4-year-old, he just turned 4, but he is learning to be social, to be a leader, to be compassionate, to be caring, to look out for his friends, to make sure that he loves on his teachers. He's learning so many things that I can't even, the list is exhausting.
The secret ingredient of a school is love. I will say love because I see the interactions that my child has with his teachers. All of his teachers so far have always shown caring, and they've always shown through pictures and videos and posts that they care about my child and they're gonna do what's best for my child.
So this education is so different in that it allows my child to really blossom. He is coming in every day. He is practicing a multitude of different areas to really fire up his brain. Between the sensory room and the digging expedition, there's just so much for him to do and really get hands-on.
The first 5 years, they are the most important years. 90% of the brain is developed at that point. Actually, the first 3 years is a lot of the development. So you have to understand that different parts of the brain control different things. You have your left side and you have your right side. They're about the size of your fist, so these are your two hemispheres. This side of the hemisphere controls the other side of the body. This side of the hemisphere controls the opposite side of the body. And then in this area, there is a motor cortex, which is the motor or movement aspects. So you want to develop all parts of the brain. And the neurons, there are millions of them, and they develop the most during those first few years. And if they don't develop then it is very difficult later to have the development and the associations and the learning that will take place during those first few years.